Oh, I'm sorry. You said what is be used to, and what is be used to? Or what about get used to? Do you know what is get used to?
No,
No?
no.
It used to
Yes?
maybe is the action of doing an activity, but in the past, something that you used to do in the past, maybe regularly.
Something you used to do in the past. Well, when you use used to, you're talking about past.
Yes.
That is used to. Well, used to, it's when you used to do something in the past, okay? But you don't do it anymore. That's what used to is. So let's say
But
used
used
to.
to is not the same that you one activity that happened in the past, but you don't do in the present now.
Not exactly. Okay. Well, used to, yes. It's something that you did in the past, okay, but in the present, you don't do that anymore. Okay. For example, used to um what? Go to kindergarten. This is an action that I used to do in the past frequently, but now in the present, I don't do that action anymore. Okay, that
Yes.
is used to. It's when we're talking about something that we did in the past frequently, normally, but we don't do that action anymore in the present. Okay, that is used to. Used to always refers to past. It is always referring to past. Okay, so as we're talking in past, we need to use the auxiliary did. Okay, do you know how to create a negative sentence of this sentence? I used to go to the kindergarten. It would be,
Didn't used to go to kindergarten.
there you go. In this case, as we're talking about didn't, or we have the auxiliary did, we are
Yes.
not going to use the letter D on the verb used. The verb goes to its base form. Okay, I didn't use to go to kindergarten. Okay, and obviously, if I wanted to do a question, it would be exactly the same, right? Did I used to go to kindergarten? So you have no questions about used to, right? Used to is simple. Yes?
I think the verb in the question is used without the
I'm
D.
sorry. Yes, I'm so sorry. You're
Don't
totally
worry.
right. Thank you. Okay, so let's move forward and now let's talk about used to be used to. Okay, be used to. Okay, now the first difference between used to and be used to is that be used to is not necessarily in past. Be used to can be used in present, in past, in future, or any other tense. Okay, we don't have to use it in past all the time. No, it's not necessary. Okay, when we use be used to, it says or it expresses that we are accustomed to. Okay? So number one, we can express it in any tense. to. It expresses that we are accustomed to. Let's say, for example, in the past we used to go to the kindergarten, but now I am used to going to work. So the first sentence says what I did in the past, but now in the present, I don't do it anymore. The second sentence with be used to expresses that I do this action frequently. In
In
this case,
Spanish,
in the present, I am used to going to work. I'm sorry?
teacher, in Spanish is translate that yo estoy acostumbrado a ir a trabajar.
Yeah,
Yo
well, it would be, yes, yeah, it's okay. But it would be like, yo acostumbro. Okay? That's
okay.
the answer, acostumbro. Now, as I said, we can use it in any tense, okay? Not necessarily in present or past, etc. So if I wanted to say this in future, for example, I'll say I will be used to. I will be used to, I don't know, going to the mall. Maybe now in the present I don't go to the mall, but I know that in the future I will have to go. And I said I will be used to going to the mall. Okay? Now,
And
if you pay,
going, what does it mean going? It's like going or what?
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. This is my mistake. It's going. Spelling mistake. Sorry. Okay, now that's an important word when we're talking about going. Okay, if you pay attention, number one, here we have used, and we're talking in past, right? Here we also have the word used, but this sentence is not in past. It's in present. We have the verb to be am. And this one, I will be used to going to the mall. It's in future, even though we have the word used. Okay. Obviously, if we wanted to do these sentences in negative form, for example, I will say, I am not used to go, or used to going to work, or I will not be used to going to the mall. Okay, so as you can see, in both sentences, it doesn't matter if it's negative or not, we keep using used. Okay? Now, the other thing that we need to pay attention here is on the first examples, when we use used to, after used to, we use the verb on its base form. We say go. I used to go. But when we're talking about be used to, we don't say go, we say going. Okay, going. Okay, girls, are
Yes.
there any questions here?
In past, teacher, I
Yes.
was used to going to work.
One more time. I.
Was used to going.
Very good. Yes. I was used to going to work. And basically, this sentence, I was used to going to work, would be exactly the same as I said I used to go to work. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Girls, questions?
No.
That's good.
In future, I will,
Yes.
for example, I will be used to going to the mall. The translation in Spanish is acostumbraré.
Yes. That's right.
Okay.
Now let's get a check. Get used to. Okay, when we're talking about get used to, it's the same here as with be used to. Number one, we use get used to talk about any tense. Okay, that's one. I'm sorry. Any tense. And what's the meaning of get used to, or what do we use it for? We use it to express that we are getting used to something. When we are in the process, okay, to start doing something, we use get used to. Okay? We are getting accustomed to. Okay, that's what we're going to use get used to something. So let's say, for example, let me tell you my story. In the past, I didn't used to wear a tie. Okay, that was not something common for me. Okay, I didn't used to wear a tie or wear formal. Then, when I started working as an English teacher, I got used to wearing a tie. I said, I got used to wearing a tie. So during, I don't know, like a year, for a whole year, it was something really horrible for me because I wasn't accustomed to wear a tie. Okay. So I had my tie and I was feeling like, okay, it's really hot in here. I take it off? I all the time I wanted to take my tie off because I wasn't used to. Okay. But I had to work and it was mandatory at my work, so I got used to wearing a tie. Okay. So now I am used to wearing a tie. You get it? Girls, questions here?
It's like me acostumbré a usar una corbata.
Yes, that's right. Hay una
It,
pequeña diferencia entre acostumbro y acostumbro expresa que ya realizo la acción, ¿no? Lo hago frecuente, etcétera. Sin embargo, cuando yo digo me acostumbro, no dice que lo haga frecuentemente, dice que todavía es difícil para mí hacerlo. ¿Sí? Me acostumbro. Estoy aprendiendo a hacer algo de cierto modo. ¿Sí? Eso es get used to. Me acostumbro. Be used to, acostumbro. Be used to, solía. Okay?
uh-huh.
Girls, do you have any questions here?
No.
No question. Well, let's make an example. Let me give you like a summary of all this tree. But I'm going to write the example that I just gave you about myself. Like in the past, I used to wear shorts all the time. Now, I am getting used to wearing pants at work. In the future, I will be used to wearing what um what do old people use? I don't know. I'm going to say okay, fish pants. Okay, so here I have the three sentences, okay? I'm sorry for this. As you can see on the first sentence, I said what I used to do in the past. I don't do it anymore. That I used to wear shorts. Okay, you saw me in my house, on the street, whatever I was, and I was wearing shorts. Now in the present, because of my work, I cannot wear shorts all the time. So now I am getting used to wearing pants. For me, it's a little bit difficult because I don't know, it's not comfortable for me because obviously all my life I've been wearing shorts. Okay, so that's why I said I'm getting used to. Okay, because it's for me, it's a little bit difficult. It's a whole process about it, etc. But it doesn't matter. In the future, when I get 60, okay, I will be used to wearing fish pants because I know that I will go to fish every time. Okay, every day I can. So I will be wearing fish pants. Okay. So here you can see the three different sentences. And one more time. The most important difference between these three verbs, it's the verb after used to. On case number one, we say used to wear. Number two, used to wearing. And finally, number three, we say used to wearing. Okay? Girls, questions?
I tried to write three examples like you.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna write one more and now I'm gonna ask you to do yours. Well, let's say for example, in the past, I used to be sports person. Now I am used to. Now, you know what? I'm gonna change this one. I used to smoke. Okay, a lot. Let's say. Now I am used to getting used to. Vape. You know what is vaping?
Mm, No, I don't know what is that.
Vapeado,
It's
¿no? Hmm.
yeah,
Used to.
well, it's a different way to smoke.
Okay.
It's well, yeah, in Spanish actually it's vapear. That's the word. That's the verb. Vapear.
Mm. It's not
It's
it's not good for your health.
yeah. Supposedly this is better for my health. They are not. They don't contain like nicotine, and they are like more healthy. You can vape sometimes in closed places, right? But it's a different change because actually these kind of electronic cigarettes, they are different. So I have never done that, but as I realized that I was smoking a lot, now I am getting used to vaping. Um, so in the future I will be used to smoking and vaping. And in the future I will do both things, smoke and vape. Okay. But now I'm trying to smoke less, so I am getting used to vaping. Okay. First, can you try one example like this? What you used to do, what are you getting used to, and what do you think that will be used to do?
Can I read?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. In the past, I used to arrive late at school. Now
Okay.
I'm getting used to arriving early at work. In the
Yep.
future, I will be used to arriving always on time.
Very good. Very good. That's good. Well done, Kaylee. What about you, Beto?
I don't write anything.
Don't worry, you can do it.
I need time.
Yes, don't worry.
Wait a moment because I need to think.
Don't worry.
I used to. Yes, I finished one.
Very
In
good.
the
Go ahead.
past, in the past, I didn't used to practice any sport.
Okay.
Now I am getting used to swimming on weekends.
Very good.
In the future, I will be used to swimming and spinning.
Used to swimming. Very good. Well done. Well done, girls. Okay, let's make an exercise. I'm going to send you a link to a web page where we can just like select what's the best answer. Okay, let me. There you go. Okay, on this exercise, you just have to select which of the three options would be the correct or the best answer for the sentence. Okay,
Mhm.
so read the sentence, and what you have to do is to understand if the person is getting accustomed to something, if the person does that action now, or if the person used to do that action in the past. Okay, so go ahead. There are just 10 sentences, and you just have to choose one of the three verbs. Okay,
Mhm.
go ahead. Ok, pero mira, hay algunos errorcitos, por ejemplo, que tienes. Veo que, por ejemplo, ahí pusiste el didn't y el error te la puso mal, pero no porque esté mal la oración, sino por el apóstrofe, ¿sale? Porque no pusiste un apóstrofe, sino pusiste un acento,
Ah,
¿sale? Entonces, bueno, es realmente la respuesta que pusiste está bien, ¿ok? Bueno, revisando ahí los demás, sí, en varios de ellos, sí, de plano no era la respuesta, no era el verbo que tenías que haber usado, pero para ello, obviamente, tendríamos que entender el 100% del contexto de la oración, ¿no? Y sí, nos pone a pensar de repente. Igual, en lo que termina Kelly, y nada más en lo que va avanzando, te voy a pasar una página, por si te sirve para práctica. Ok, en esta página vienen varios ejercicios de los tres temas. Ok, be used to, get used to. Puedes, si quieres ir practicando, y son rápidos algunos, ¿eh? Son 5 o 6 preguntitas, y listo, ¿no? A ver si con eso va quedando un poquito más claro.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know how to send pictures here, so I'm going to send the answers.
Yeah, don't worry. No, no,
Ah,
don't worry. Just tell me how was it.
okay.
How
For
many,
example,
what score did you get?
okay, in the first activity, 90%,
That's good.
and I
Just as
just a
better.
mistake in the number two because I chose got used to reading several
Okay.
books a month, but it wasn't correct.
Yeah, because of the last sentence. He doesn't
Mhm.
have time anymore. That is expressing that he is not doing the action anymore. Okay,
Okay,
and
so
what
we
about the
use
second exercise? Yes?
okay, so we use used to when we stop doing an activity in the past and we do
When
it
we,
anymore.
yes, that's the point. We use used to when we don't do anymore that action.
And what about got used or is not
Got
correct?
used to or get used to, we can use it
Mhm.
to refer or to express that it's something a little difficult for us to do.
Okay, that is a different. Okay. Okay, in the second activity, I'm doing the exercise.
Okay, don't worry. Go ahead.
I had 5 mistakes in the second activity.
Yeah, I can see. Actually, well, I was checking your exercises, and maybe you got the right verb, but not the right conjugation. For example, in number three,
Mhm,
you have
mhm.
didn't, which is the negative form, and you use used with letter D in past.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes.
In number six, I can say you use get used to wear, not ing ending.
Wearing. Okay.
That's right.
Oh,
You have getting in number seven, it says getting used to ride. One more time, not ing ending.
okay. I forgot the ing at the end
Yeah, I
of the
can
verb.
see.
Sorry.
Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
but you got the right verb, but not the right conjugation. That's the point. Okay. Well done, Kelly. Okay, Kelly, Vero, do you have any questions about these three verbs?
No, it's only, I think it's practice a lot.
Yeah, yeah, I know it's a lot of practice, and well, you can use that link that I sent you at the end. There are a lot of exercise there. Okay, actually, before I go to the next topic, let me just add one more that we can use to express exactly the same. I don't know if you knew that we can use would. Okay, we can use would to express exactly the same as used to. Do you know that? Yes or no?
Mm, I I don't remember.
Sorry, Kelly's out. He did. Well, it's just another way to express exactly the same. So you can use would to express the same as used to say solía, okay? To express that you used to do something in the past and you don't do it anymore. But the only rule that we have when we use would, it's that we are going to use it to express that we did that action repeatedly in the past. Okay, it's something that we did many times in the past, but now I don't do it anymore. Okay.
Could you repeat, please? Because I couldn't
Yes.
listen because I
Don't
don't know
worry.
what happened.
Yeah, let's say for example, I have this sentence. I used to play soccer. Now I don't because I smoke, as I said, and now I don't have the same condition. So I used to play. I could also say I would play soccer. And these two sentences have exactly the same meaning. Okay. I used to play soccer and I would play soccer is exactly the same. That's what I said. Would and used to is the same. We can use would to express that we used to do something in the past, but we don't do it anymore in the present. But we can only use it when we're talking about an action that was repeated. Okay. It was done a lot of times in the past. Okay.
It is the same that is in negative. I didn't used to play
Yeah,
soccer. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. Yes, that's right. I will continue. I will follow the same rules for would. Okay, here I have. I didn't um, use to play soccer, and it would be the same as I wouldn't play soccer. Okay. So in the last exercise that I sent, we also have exercises with would. Okay, not only with these three, used to, be used to, and get used to, it also has exercises with would. Okay, girls, questions?
No.
Good. So, resumen, tenemos que entender el significado de esas tres palabras y eso nos ayuda bastante. Used to, solía. Be used to, en realidad se puede traducir como soler. ¿Qué es el verbo soler? Cuando yo digo yo suelo levantarme temprano todos los días. Suelo dormir de lado. Que es algo que acostumbro a hacer, o acostumbrar, ¿no? Acostumbro dormirme temprano, acostumbro levantarme temprano, etc. Y get used to es acostumbrarse. Estoy en el proceso de, ¿sí? Me acostumbro a levantarme temprano. Me estoy acostumbrando a levantarme temprano. ¿Ok? No es fácil para mí, a veces me pasan las alarmas, no sé, pero apenas estoy en ese proceso. Estoy acostumbrándome a leer todos los días, ¿no? A veces se me olvida, etc. Ese es este proceso. Por eso decía, es algo que todavía puede ser algo un poco difícil para nosotros el conseguir. Y would, al igual que used to, significa solía en esta situación, pero solamente la podemos utilizar para situaciones que se repitieron varias veces en el pasado. ¿Ok?
Ujú.
So, no questions with this, right?
Mm,
Okay, let's get to the next topic, which is degrees of certainty. Okay, what are degrees of certainty? This is the way we express how sure we are of something. Okay, how certain we are of something. Okay, if something happens and you're thinking like, okay, maybe this could be. Sorry. So when we're talking about degrees of certainty, we're going to need the modal verbs. Do you know the modal verbs? All of them?
can,
Good.
cool,
Can, could,
must,
must,
Should,
should,
ought to,
ought to,
may,
yes,
ought
may,
to.
6. You have 4 missing, 4 more.
shall, no, no shall.
Shall, yes.
Would no, yes.
Sorry,
I
would,
school,
Um,
will, no,
will, yes. And one more,
might.
might. Very
Yes,
good.
that was
Very good. These are the 10 modal verbs. Well, to express degrees of certainty, we're going to use these 10 modal verbs. I'm going to tell you how, okay, and what's the way we use them. Now, number 1. Normally, we always say that can, it's to express abilities or permission in the present. And we use could to talk about abilities or permissions in the past, or to give a permission, but in a formal way. Okay, but now, when we use degrees of certainty, we can use the modal verbs in any tense. We can use can to express future, to express past, or to express present. Okay? The same word, can. It can express future, present, or past. How are we going to do it? First, number 1, I'm going to start with this 3. I'm sorry, this 4. Can, could, might, or might. We're going to use these 4 modal verbs. As you know, we can translate these 4 as,
No.
as the same. I'm sorry?
A ver, espera.
Okay, we can translate can, could, might, or might as poder. Okay? But the difference between these 4 is that we're going to use them this way. Can expresses more probability. And might expresses less probability. Okay, so we're going to use them in this order. The modal verb that we use to express more probability is can. Then it's could. Then it's might. And finally is might. Let's say we are in classes at this moment, but all of a sudden you listen an explosion outside of your house. Okay, you listen an explosion. So you're going to use the modal verbs to express the certain, okay, what you think that happened. So we can say, for example, okay, maybe a car can, I don't know, I don't know how can I say it, explode. Yeah, car can explode. Please, car can't explode. Number two, something less probable. Maybe terrorist could attack the neighbors. I could say, I don't know, World War III might start, or aliens might um, kill half world. There you go. Okay, one more time. I said we are in classes, but you listen an explosion outside of your house. So what could have happened? We can say, well, no pudo haber explotado un carro, sí. Car can explode. Number two, terrorists could attack the neighbors. It's something possible, yes, but it's not really possible, maybe. Okay. Then World War III might start. It's less possible, but it is more possible that aliens might kill half world. Okay, so as you can see, I am using the modal verbs can, could, might to express probability. Okay. We're going to use can to express 80% of probability, could to express 50% of probability, might to express 30%, and finally might to express 10% of probability. Okay. Let's check another example. Let's say that you're watching a movie. Okay, you're watching a movie and you see an actor, but you are not pretty sure about who is the actor. So I can say maybe something like, okay, he can't be, I don't know, Leonardo DiCaprio. You know Leonardo DiCaprio. You know, he can't be Leonardo DiCaprio. I know him. Okay. So you're 80% sure that he cannot be Leonardo DiCaprio. Now let's go to 50%. He could be, I don't know,
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel. Okay, yeah. Well, let's say in this case, it could be Vin Diesel because maybe his body or his tone of skin, it's similar to Vin Diesel. It could be. It's 50%. You're not pretty sure. Maybe he has a lot of makeup and you're not really sure. Okay. Now let's obviously we're talking about a boy, so he might be a woman with a custom. It's less probable. I mean, why in a movie there would be a woman wearing a costume to look like a man? It's less probable, but it could be. And obviously, with might, He might be, I don't know, someone that is dead. Let's say Cantinflas. I don't know. Okay, it's not possible that Cantinflas is in the movie, in a new movie, but maybe
Because
with
he's died.
technology, okay, or maybe they did something with him, right? So as you can see here, one more time, we're using the modal verbs to express probability in the present. Okay, can't be, could be, might be, etc. But we are expressing this probability, or according to the verbs or the modal verbs that we're using. Okay. Questions here?
No, teacher.
Now we can also use the modal verb must, and we're going to use the modal verb must to express 90% of probability. Okay, when we are more sure about something, we're going to use must and not can, could, might, or might. Okay, dijimos, can, could, might y might se pueden traducir como poder. Y todos dicen poder. Y si lo traducimos, él no puede ser Leonardo DiCaprio, él podría ser Vin Diesel, él podría ser una mujer disfrazada, o él podría ser Cantinflas, ¿no? So we're using poder. But when we are more sure about something, we use must. Él debe ser fulanito de tal, ¿no? Because, I don't know, because of his eyes, because you notice something in particular of a person, you're pretty much more sure about something. So in that case, we use must, okay? We can also use have to express a 90% of probability. And if we are 100% sure of something, we are not expressing probabilities. So we are not going to use any modal verb. When we are 100% sure, we use no modal verbs. Okay, so let's go back to the example of the actor, right? So let's say he must be Johnny Depp. Sorry. Then we have to. He has to be any other actor. Brad Pitt. They are totally different, but well, that's it. Yeah, any of these actors looks like the other. And finally, no modal verbs. If I finish the movie and I check the credits, now I know who is the actor. So in this case, I use something like he is. No modal verbs. Okay, he is, and I said the name. I don't know. Tom Cruise. Here we go. Okay, he is Tom Cruise. It's 100% sure. I already know the answer, so I'm not going to use probability. So we don't use modal verbs. Okay, girls, questions here?
To hear no.
No.
Maybe in the
That's good.
exercise.
Maybe the exercise, okay. Now, as you can see, normally when we use can to express probability in the present, we are going to use it in negative form. Okay, normally we use it in negative form. We say, no puede ser este fulano de tal. Okay, that's how we express it with can't. And normally with could, it is also possible to express it in negative form. Okay. Dependiendo de lo que querramos decir, obviamente, podríamos utilizar los demás también de forma negativa. Sin embargo, incluso para expresar algo de forma positiva, es más común utilizar can't or couldn't para decir, no, es que no puede ser esta persona. ¿Okay? Pero no está mal decir can or could. Puede ser Leonardo DiCaprio o podría ser Vin Diesel. ¿Me explico? Now, in this case, we're talking in present. Now, how do we express the same degrees of certainty? How do we express probability, but in past? We're going to use the same structure. Okay, I'm going to just move this from here. Number one, in past, if we're 100% sure, we use no modal verbs. Okay. Obviously, 90%, 95%, we use have to because we're talking in past. Okay. But in this case, we're not going to use must. Okay, we're going to use should. Talk about past. I'm sorry. No, sorry. It's must. Yeah. Should is for future. I'm sorry. Okay, but the difference that what we're going to notice here is that when we use these modal verbs, we're going to make something different in the structure. I'm going to say, for example, let's go back to the explosion that you listened. Okay, for example, I said, it must have had been or it can have, sorry, been a terrorist. It could have been World War III. It might have been my mother-in-law. And it might have been the aliens. Okay, so what is the difference here? As you can see, after the modal verb, we're using a perfect tense. We have, and then we have a verb in past participle. Okay, I'm not saying that we are always going to use been. No, been is not mandatory. It's just in this example. Okay, this could be a different verb, but it must be in past participle. So in this case, we are expressing probability in the past. So we said, I heard an explosion. I said, it must have been a car. Debió haber sido un carro. La explosión que escucha afuera, creo que lo más probable pudo haber sido un carro, ¿no? It must have been a car. It can have been a terrorist. Él pudo haber sido un terrorista. Pudo haber sido la Tercera Guerra Mundial. Pudo haber sido mi suegra o pudieron haber sido los aliens. ¿Ok? Cuando vamos a expresar, when we're going to express probabilities in the past, it's necessary to use a perfect tense. So we need have, always have, never has. It doesn't matter if we're talking about a third person, and always a verb in past participle. Okay? Girls, questions?
No.
No questions. That's good. So let's say, let's make an example. Let's make an exercise. Okay, I'm going to give you a situation. For example, you smell smoke. It's number one. Okay, the teacher is angry. Okay, this is what happened. Lights go out. Okay, so this is what happened. You smell the smoke. So now let's think about what could have happened in the past. Okay, let's focus right now with this example only with the four modal verbs: can, could, might, or might. Just these four. Okay, so you're going to write one sentence for, I'm sorry, four sentences for each. Okay, you smell smoke. What could it be? Let's do number one. I'm gonna start. Someone can be smoking. What else? Someone. That's what can. What about could? The house could be on fire. I'm sorry. We're gonna talk in past. Someone can have been smoking.
Are you writing, teacher?
Yes, I am.
No, because I
We
don't
couldn't
see
see nothing.
You're not saying anything. Why?
No, we
Why?
couldn't see anything on the screen.
Let me try it again. Can you see it now?
Now, now we can see.
Did you see all this? Si todo esto sí lo vieron?
Yes, yes.
Ah, okay, perfect. So it was just with this. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. Okay, so I said with number one, exercise number one, you smell the smoke. That's the situation. Okay, so let's think what could have happened in the past. So now in the present, I smell smoke. So I'm going to use the four modal verbs can, could, might, or might. And I said with can, which expresses more probability, I can say someone can have been smoking. With could, someone could have, I don't know, started a fire. With might, someone might have, I don't know what. I'm going to be like drastic with this example so we can notice the difference, okay, between the percentages. Someone might have burnt. No, which burned. Someone might have burned what the city. And finally, I'm going to go to aliens. I think aliens is something like really not possible. Might have the earth. Okay. There you go. I'm sorry. I wrote these two verbs. I don't know which one do you use or which one do you know. Did you know that the two options are correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So any verb, it's okay. Just ed, it's British. Burnt with t, it's American. That's the same for learn and other verbs. Okay. So this is what I want you to do. Can we do it?
Yes, teacher.
Perfect. Perfect. Go ahead and try to be drastic, like that it is really obvious that aliens, it's something not really possible.
Again, teacher, we are making exercises.
Yes, this is the example. Okay, this is the example
Mhm.
of number one.
Ah, this is only for number one.
Yes, this is only for number one. All of this is to give a reason or to explain why I smell smoke.
Okay. Oh, it's difficult.
Do you want to write the sentences or do you prefer just to speak the answers?
Maybe I speak. But can you repeat,
Yeah.
please? I received a call and I couldn't listen the
Ah, yeah, Kelly, don't worry.
explanation.
Yeah, the idea is, for example, this is for number one. This is example of the exercise. Here, number one, I'm giving you a situation. It says, you smell smoke. So you're going to use the four modal verbs can, could, might, or might to express what could have happened in the past. So now in the present, I smell smoke. Example number one, someone can have been smoking.
Okay.
With could, someone could have started a fire. This is more obviously it's more probably that a person is smoking than a person started a fire. Something that is less probable is it says someone might have burned the city. Okay, and finally, something that is almost impossible, aliens might have attacked the earth. So these four sentences are for the first situations. You smell smoke. So now let's go with the teacher is
Yes.
angry. Four
Okay.
sentences, one with can, could, might, and might. In past, remember, they are in past, okay?
Teacher,
Yes, tell me, Kaylee.
could I give you just an activity? I have to leave the class because I have to go out. So I did an exam. I did the number, just the number two, but with the four examples.
Okay,
Can
can
I
you give
give
me
you?
your
Yes.
answers?
Yes.
Go ahead.
The teacher can have been having troubles with his coworker,
Okay,
and
good.
someone could have broken his phone.
Mm-hmm.
His lessons plans may have delayed by a virus.
Good.
His dog might have barked during the class.
Can you repeat that one, please?
Uh, his dog might have barked, ladrado,
Okay,
think,
very good. During the
barked
class. Might
during the
have.
class.
Good. Okay, just one thing. All the sentences
Mhm.
are correct. Okay, the structure and everything, that's correct. But from all those options, do you consider that it's more probable that a person broke my phone than my dog's bark while I was in classes? Is it more probable?
It's more probable that his dog might have barked during the
That's
class.
right.
and the
So
and the last
that's the
one
point.
is
Uh-huh.
okay. And the last one
Good.
is
Yes.
so someone might have broken his phone.
Okay, yeah, I think now actually I think that a virus in my computer and deleting my lesson plan, that's another something that it's actually really possible too, right? But yeah, well,
yes,
obviously it depends on what is happening, right? And about the
yes,
context. So yeah,
yes.
that's the other thing. Just remember we have these percentages and it's different. Okay, just before you leave, Kaylee, well, this is for past. We are only missing to check the future.
Mhm.
Okay, and it's very easy. Okay, when we're talking about future, normally we're going to use shall to express the 90% of probability. Okay, we don't use must. Okay, and we can never express 100% sure because we're talking about future. Okay, we can also use should or ought to. Well, actually, should and ought to are exactly the same. Okay, and we use it to express maybe like an 80%. Well, let me do it this way: 95, 90%. And one more time, we can use can, could, might, or might. And that's it. And it's exactly the same values, 80%, and so on. Okay, that's it. So, para expresar probabilidad en el futuro utilizamos shall. Shall lo podemos
Mhm,
traducir como deberá. Y
mhm,
normalmente se utiliza con aparatos electrodomésticos o con cosas de tecnología. ¿Okay? ¿Por qué? Porque tú sabes que si presionas el botón de la televisión de encendido, la tele se deberá de encender, o sea, debe de encender. Es algo que va a
mhm,
suceder en el futuro, pero es muy probable que suceda porque está programado para que funcione así. Para eso se utiliza shall. Shall es como la
mhm,
fusión de will y should. Me expresa futuro, pero me expresa que algo debe de suceder. ¿Okay? No
mhm,
puede ser el 100% porque como hablamos de futuro, jamás podemos hablar de una seguridad al 100% en el futuro. Pero sí nos puede expresar mucha probabilidad. Por esa razón, es más común utilizarlo con aparatos electrodomésticos, maquinaria y demás. O cuando hablamos de personas, shall solamente se suele utilizar con I o con we. Nuevamente, ya que estoy yo involucrado, es muy probable que yo haga que las cosas sucedan. Sin embargo, yo no puedo utilizar shall con he, she, it, porque no sé realmente si lo vaya a hacer. No depende de mí, depende de otra persona. ¿Ok? Eso es shall. No sé si sabían, ought to, literal, es lo mismo que should. Anteriormente, ought to era el modal verb que se utilizaba todo el tiempo, sin embargo, ya se dejó de usar. y se cambió por completo. En Estados Unidos se cambió el uso de ought to por should. Ya ought to no se utiliza en América. Sin embargo, ought to se sigue utilizando en inglés británico, pero significa lo mismo que should. ¿Okay? Y pues obviamente lo podemos encontrar en escritos antiguos, ¿no? De Shakespeare y demás. Pero son lo mismo y nos expresan un 90% de probabilidad. Es como el must que utilizamos en presente y en pasado. Pero en futuro va a ser should. Y por último, pues los mismos modal verbs con los que hemos estado trabajando, mismos porcentajes, pero para poder expresar en futuro. ¿Okay? Y sería de la misma manera. Aquí no hay ninguna regla como en pasado. Solo en pasado tenemos el have y el verbo en pasado participle. No sé, tomorrow it can rain. Mañana puede llover. That's it. Y utilizamos el mismo verbo poder para hablar en presente, en pasado o en futuro. Okay? That's it. Kaylee, questions?
No. No. It's okay. But I have to
Perfect.
go. Can I go?
Yeah,
Can I
that's
go?
solo quería explicarte antes de que te retiraras para que ya si ves la grabación lo que
Okay.
resta, ya no tengas tanto problema. ¿Vale?
Van a enviar ejercicios al WhatsApp, ¿verdad?
Yes,
Para
I will.
Okay. Thank you. See you next week.
You're welcome, Kaylee. Bye. See you next Saturday.
Bye.
¿Cómo vamos con estos, Vero?
I finished.
Oh, you finished. Perfect.
Yes. I don't find. Sorry for a moment. I don't just to see. The number 2, the teacher
Yes,
is
please.
I write. A student can have faults to another student.
Okay. Yeah, it's
And
good.
the other is the principal could have asked the lesson plan.
Okay, good.
The students may have made a job.
May have made. Okay, good.
And the parents may have faults to the teacher.
Very good. Well done. What about number 3?
The decks are shaking. Number 3, it had been an earthquake.
Good. One more time.
It can have been an earthquake.
Okay, good. Perfect.
And the other, it could have moved the desk.
Okay.
Someone may have cut a desk leg.
A what?
Someone may have cut a desk leg. La
Okay.
pata del
Yes. A desk leg.
Aliens may have made a joke.
Very good. Now, question. What is more probable to happen? An earthquake? Or what was number 2?
Move the desk.
Move the desk. What is more probable to happen? That someone move the desk? Or that there is an earthquake?
Is move the desk.
But okay, perfect.
In Mexico,
yeah. Very good. Yes. As I said before, context. Okay? Yeah, yes. You're right. Number 4, you can find your laptop.
I can have forgotten in the car.
Okay.
Second, I could have left in the office.
Okay, left it.
My husband may have hidden in the office.
Okay, good.
A thief could have stolen.
Very good. Well done. Finally, the lights go out.
It can have a blackout.
Okay, good.
It could have a short circuit. Yes. Number 3, the windy may have felled a tree. Could you listen to me? And number 4, the aliens might have arrived to my house and played with the electricity. Yes, I finished all.
Very good. Tell me, Vero, in answers number 1 and 2, what is the verb in past participle?
No, no tengo. It
Yeah.
can have been
Okay. A
involved.
blackout.
It
Good.
could have been a short circuit.
Very good. There you go. That's it. Well done. But questions about past or
No, I don't have a question in this
probability of the
exercise,
past
but in the other exercises, yes.
with used to, be used to, and get used to?
No, when the exercise, when on the other, yes, I need to practice more. In
Yes.
this, not, but I think depends on the context.
Okay. Yeah.
And
It
maybe for
does.
me, it's mm, more probability than that the other models, and this is a
Mhm.
problem.
But remember when well the first class when we were talking about future with will and future with going to,
Yes.
and I told you that actually will and going to are exactly the same because they express future. But
Yes.
if you use will, you express more of using will than what you express using going to.
Going to.
It's the same here. As you said, it depends on the context. It's not only about um, just saying one word because you are expressing your probability according
Mhm,
to the word that you're using. In Spanish, can, could, might means poder.
mhm,
Las cuatro palabras significan poder. ¿Cómo lo traducimos? Puede que llueva, puede que llueva, puede que llueva, puede que llueva. Pero si yo digo, it can rain, it could rain, it might rain,
mhm.
la otra persona que me escucha va a entender realmente qué probabilidad. Sin decirle yo, there is an 80% of probability that tomorrow rains, it rains. No necesito decir un porcentaje porque con la palabra que yo utilice, estoy expresando esto, ¿no? Ahorita que me decías, okay, yeah, it's right. In Mexico, there are more earthquakes, etc. Yeah. So for you, there you use a verb or a modal verb to express your probability, because that is for you, not for me. And that is totally correct. Okay.
Mhm.
Obviously, in exams, you have to read, you have to know the context so you can understand what's the probability. But don't worry, normally in exams, you don't have to decide between using can or could. You have to decide between this. You have to conjugate correctly the verbs. So if we're
Mm,
talking about a probability in the past, you need to know that you need to use can, have, and the verb in past participle. If you're talking about a probability in the present, you only use can and the verb in the base form. Okay?
mhm, mhm.
Okay, now, as we said, I'm sorry, si escuchaste ahorita lo que expliqué, ¿no? Del futuro.
Yes.
Perfect. So
Ah,
that's it. Yes.
but in the future here, should, can, could, make. mm, um, for example, tomorrow it can rain. It is. We are talking about future because you have the time.
Yes.
But we don't use any auxiliary.
We're using can.
Mm,
Let's say
okay. It is
tomorrow it
only
can rain. Yep.
then it is only the expression of time that I use in my sentence.
Yeah. In this case, I know that we're talking in future because of tomorrow, just because of that word. You don't have to change anything, and this is going to express future.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, let's say, for example, we're talking about tomorrow, so there is 80% of probability. But if I say the next week, it could rain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the next week, it could rain. Or
Mm-hmm.
the next month, it might rain. Finally, the next year, it might rain.
Mm-hmm.
So all of them are talking in future, but obviously it's more probably to know what is going to happen tomorrow than the next year. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As I said here, we could not use shall because we said that shall is used with technology. Okay, normally with technology or I and we. As we're talking about the rain, we cannot use shall here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but we could use should. Maybe I don't know. It should rain in 5 minutes. Now I'm seeing the sky right now in this moment. I can see the clouds. I can feel the air, and I'm pretty sure that it is going to rain. So I could use should because we're talking about 5 minutes in the future. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any questions here?
No, teacher.
Nope. It's good. Let me see if I can find the plan exercise. Okay, sorry, no, I can't find it. Okay, so let's go to this one. Okay, let's talk about 50 years in the future. Okay, 50 years now. I'm going to give you a situation. For example, in this case, ordinary people right now, in this moment, ordinary people don't travel in space.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about this situation in 50 years?
Mm-hmm. We can travel. We we using the probability.
Yes.
We no in 50 in the future. We should go to visit Marte. Marte. Yes. Oh, cool. I don't listen anything, teacher.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was mute. What do you think that is going to happen about this? Houses in this moment, houses are made of wood. What material do you think houses are going to be made in the future?
Maybe with plastic or with recycled
Good.
products.
Yeah, hopefully. How would you say that using a model verb of probability?
Mm, Again,
How do you express that using a model verb of probability?
um, in the future, the houses should build um, with recycled products. No?
Okay. Are you pretty sure that that's going to be?
Mm, no.
So I think that maybe
Mm,
you should not use should. What in your opinion, what model verb should be better?
cool, cool.
Good. Okay. That's your opinion, and that's perfect. Okay. It's your opinion. That's it. I cannot say anything else. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What's next? People pay for products in this moment. In the present, people pay for products
Mm,
with cash or credit cards. Nowadays, we use cash or credit cards to pay for products.
in this moment,
Well, that's what happens in this moment. Now, in 50 years, do you think that we will continue doing the same?
no, I think with the hands or with the fingers, like a
Okay,
fingerprint.
good. We'll use our fingerprints to pay everything. Good. How do you
Yes,
say that? Using a model verb.
people could
Okay,
pay with the fingerprint.
very good. Good. Well done. And final question. Um, right now in the present, our fingerprints provide identification. Okay, we use fingerprints to identify people. What do you
Yes.
think that is going to be in the future? In 50 years now? Is it going to be the same?
Ah, I don't know. Mm, mm, no, I think maybe with like a bar in the body.
Okay, good. Like a barcode, like a QR. Okay, I
Uh,
like it. Okay, how do you say that using a modal verb of probability?
People could identify it with
Could be a
with marks in the body.
with marks in the body. Good. Like a tattoo?
Yes, similar.
Okay, good. Yeah. We all have a tattoo and we will be scanned with that tattoo. That's good. Very good. Beto, do you have any questions here?
No, teacher.
No, perfect. Let's make an exercise now. Let me show you. Okay, let's do it together. Okay, let me add just one more thing. Um, as we're talking about probability, this is not something for sure. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if if you read some books or if you look on the internet, you might find that the percentages that I gave you might be a little different. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but they actually are the same. Okay, it's as I said, it depends on the person that is speaking. Okay, maybe you will find a different book if they give you more model verbs or more options. Maybe they will give you, okay, like there is another one in future, like be sure of, and actually that's another one we should check. Or bound to. Okay, we use these modal verbs to express or to speculate about the future. Yeah, let me show you these two. I'm sorry. We use, for example, the verbs bound or sure. Okay, and every time we use those two, we're going to use it plus an infinitive verb. For example, Mexico.
Bound, how
Yes.
we are going to translate? Seguro?
Exactamente. Yes. Okay. For example, Mexico is bound to win the final. México está seguro de ganar la final.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it would be the same if I said Mexico is sure to win. Okay, so these are not modal verbs. Obviously, these are not modal verbs, but we can also use them to express probability. Okay, so you can find on the internet that you can use these words to express probability in the future, and maybe they will give you a different percentage, so you can have all of them together in one place. Okay, that's it. But you don't have to follow it like a rule. Okay, we're talking about percentages.
And we can use only in present, or we can use Mexico was bound.
No, these are not for present or past. These are for future.
Future.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, okay. Normally, if we want to express, for example, sure in past, we say something like, I am sure he killed her. I'm sure he killed her. So now, as you can see here, I'm talking in past, okay, but sure, it's not using the word to, or after sure, it's not a verb to. Okay. Que estoy nuevamente especulando, pero en este caso por el pasado, y digo, yo estoy seguro que él la mató.
Mm-hmm.
But here we have a different sentence. Ya son dos oraciones, así que no hay ninguna regla, no pasa nada. Just for future, we can use it with the verb.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Questions?
The pronunciation is bound.
Bound, yes, bound.
Okay.
And obviously, if you want to say it like, sure, you want to say it in negative, it's going to be the same. For example, Mexico isn't bound to win the final, or Mexico isn't sure to win the final. In this case, because I am using the verb to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bound and sure are not verbs. Okay.
I don't know what.
Bound and sure are not verbs. They are adjectives.
Okay.
So as they are adjectives, we are always going to use them with the verb to be. So the auxiliary verb is going to be the verb to be. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pero do you have any questions here?
No, teacher.
Okay. Perfect. So I think that's it. Make a review, a quick review. Ok, so, number one, dijimos, los modal verbs los podemos utilizar todos en cualquier tiempo, en presente, pasado y futuro, solamente para expresar probabilidad, ¿de acuerdo?
Ajá.
Nada más para probabilidad. Sabemos que can se utiliza para poder expresar permiso, por ejemplo, o para poder expresar habilidades. No sé, yo puedo correr, puedo saltar, puedo volar. Pero ese solamente sirve en presente. Cuando can se utiliza para expresar habilidades, solo se puede utilizar en presente. Could solamente me sirve para expresar habilidades en pasado. Sin embargo, cuando hablamos de probabilidad, podemos utilizar todos los modal verbs en todos los tiempos. Presente, pasado y futuro. ¿Okay? Sin embargo, dijimos, en presente, pues solo es el verbo, tal cual. Como ya conocemos el uso de los modal verbs. Can, could, might, or might. En pasado, después del modal verb, debe de ir have y después un verbo en pasado participio. Por ley. ¿Okay? Y en futuro es donde simplemente utilizamos los otros modal verbs que casi no se utilizan, que vienen siendo shall or ought to. ¿Se acuerdan? Al principio iniciamos solamente con can, could, might, or might, ya que en realidad son los más comunes y que se pueden utilizar en todos los tiempos. ¿Okay? And that's it. So no questions?
No, teacher, only the last class yesterday I didn't come because I was driving. But I would like to see the record of the class.
Yes.
And I didn't find.
Come on, let's see. Let me share my screen. Let me see. There it is. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, here is the WhatsApp group. And here is the link that says recordings. I'm going to open it. And it should be here. This is it. Okay, as you can see, it has the date. It was 15, 22, 29. Yesterday was 29th July 2023.
But I use the same and I didn't find.
It's here. Well,
exactamente no lo encontré, teacher.
Ok, normalmente cuando se sube a veces tarda como que ¿cómo se llama? No sé, hay una palabrita que aparece.
Grabaciones.
Ajá.
Y luego dice, la lista de reproducción no existe.
¿En el link de WhatsApp?
Yes. Mire,
igual,
comparto mi pantalla para que lo vea.
Qué raro.
Y a mí me sale así en mi link compartir. ¿Sí se está compartiendo?
No.
No.
A ver, espera, creo que está cargando ya. Ya me cargó.
Sí, usted sí puede ver aunque puse WhatsApp.